Well, hello. Greetings. Oh, once again, greeted by cats, vampires. Kiss, 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 kiss. Oh, they love to be a part of this. Hello, darling. Honey, Mommy's got to do a video. Oh, tarry along now, tarry along. Animals everywhere. So Liz Taylor. It's difficult to do video with them here, but we're just gonna have to work it out because there's animals everywhere. Please don't mind the background noise. I kind of have to have it. It calms my mind. My mind's very active. And, oh, let me just pat her for a minute. Oh, I love you. I love you. Hi, Pampers. You little movie star. We love you. Okay. Okay. Have you admired my gems? My ring? Is that the one from Richard Burton? The giant? I can't remember how many carats. My diamond. Anyhow. Well, I am Dea Nicolini's Liz Taylor doll. Of course, not to be confused with the real Liz Taylor. Or this is my own. This is her own version, but it's pretty damn near close, if you know what I mean. So, what I would like to talk about today, let me get some help here, adjusting myself. Oh, did you notice the violet dress, the violet eyes, the hair? Oh, anyhow. So, what I'd like to talk about today is, you're aware, I've already discussed that, like the real Liz Taylor, who did a stint in Betty Ford, and also, as I recall, struggled with addiction of her own. So has Dea and Dea Nicolini's dolls. There's the camp, kind of passed out in the corner. Anyhow, today, you would not believe this, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to talk about what it's like to not be depressed. Say what? Yep. Well, as it turns out, as I mentioned before, I had a med change back in, November. Yes, November. The fall is a terribly difficult time for me, full of, darkness and death, and everything's dying, and flowers are gone, and these leaves are crackling and dead, and I do love me some Halloween, but when you're depressed, it's a skull has a different meaning. A skeleton, if you know what I'm saying. I'm sure if you have depression, you know. Ghouls, skeletons, and football, and lone light, and people going back to school, and orange, and I can't even see orange. I can't even see rust without feeling like I might vomit. That is actually true. That is not exaggeration. Since gotten much better, but I prefer that the colors of rust and beige and such are not worn around me. Brown can kind of do that too. Anyhow, so I had my antidepressant increased by my wondrous psychiatrist, and it took a long time to get things back together because, just like the real Liz Taylor, I too have suffered from abusive, asshole ex-boyfriends. Well, hers were husbands. But, in my case, some of them, not all of them. But in this case, my past ex-boyfriend, there was a traumatic experience that occurred with him in June. And it carried into the fall in terms of dealing with its repercussions. And so it was a very difficult fall and winter. And a long recovery. I could go on and on about depression, but, we're here to talk about what it's like not to be depressed. Imagine that. I'll briefly talk about the depression. I mean, there's so much to say about it, but, getting out of bed, showering, laundry, living, it's so hard. And then you've got people who don't know how to deal with it, and of course then you need the right peers, and you need the right allies, and that's another video. You want to have people who understand, and not everyone does, and that's another video. Raising awareness about mental health and mental illness is so crucial. Very much in the same way, people die, people commit suicide, and we lose people every day. And if I was to name my biggest goal, concern, it is suicide prevention and intervention. However, I do believe I just lost my train of thoughts. As I was going to say, as the real Liz Taylor did groundbreaking work, the first celebrity that I recall ever, this was at the height of the AIDS crisis, when her darling friend Rock Hudson, I believe former co-actor, as far as I know, should know, but he was dying of AIDS, and he eventually died of AIDS, and many of her friends, I don't know if she lost Monty that way in Montgomery Cliff, but she adored him, so adored him. But she began in earnest work for people that were living with HIV and AIDS and raised buco money, and I believe inspired Elton John to do the same, and the beautiful blonde actress, and what is her name from Casino, Sharon Stone. So I, as the Liz Taylor doll, Dea Nicolini, as the Liz Taylor doll, it is my goal to do the same thing. I'm out of focus. I'm out of focus. I'm having a Virginia Woolf moment. I need to be in focus. How do we get you back in focus? There's only so much I can do. How's that? Okay, I think that's much better. Well, it's gonna have to do. How's my lighting? Anyhow, pardon me, I digress. So it is my goal to do the same for people that are living with mental illness and suicidal ideation or thoughts. And this is something that I've struggled with, and I believe that is for another video. It's a very detailed story, and I'd like to talk about some of my stints in the psychiatric hospital. Yes, the psychiatric ward. I said it. And yes, it saved my life. And no, it wasn't fun. But yes, it was necessary. And no, the medical model and staff aren't perfect. But it saved my life. That's just my story. You do what works for you. So there's much to talk about depression and mental illness and anxiety, panic disorder, performance anxiety, but something amazing happened, magical. I should like to ride, I should like to hunt, I should like to have a day without depression. And now I've been in recovery from this I was officially diagnosed. That's too long of a story to go into. Let's just say I've been in recovery from this mental stuff for quite a while. Started in my 20s. And I can say that in earnest. And now I have days, weeks, even months without depression. So today I wanted to talk to you about that, because it's almost like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but in a good way. Like, I have re-inhabited my own body. I remember when I was depressed, I was like, okay, do demons live in my brain? And I didn't have that level of psychosis, thank heaven, as many of my friends have had. But, it did approach a level of that, feeling like, oh, these thoughts, these urges, they're demons in my brain. Who's afraid of Virginia Woolf? Everybody. Me, everybody. And it was truly hell on earth. And I am so grateful that my life was saved. And so, let's just talk about today, shall we? This is what amazed me. I awoke today before 5 p.m. Now, sleep's been an issue. Don't judge. Please don't judge. You understand if you deal with this. I'm not a morning person. Oh, God, sleep's a whole other video. But I was up while the sun was still out. This was a big deal for me because I am still recovering from my last episode of depression. I know that I'm not fully out of the woods yet, but I'm very close, perhaps 75%. So I was up. And it's always the spring is where I feel my best. So I So it was about, I was up earlier today, like 2:30. And so I go to bed late. I'm a night owl. What can I say? A lot of creative people are. And this is what I did. This is what amazed me. I showered. Hello. Unprompted, by the way. No hygiene prompts needed here. Not today, anyhow. I cleaned the cat box. I mean, I really cleaned the cat box. I have 3 cats, okay? They're my psychiatric companion animals. For real, though. And I cleaned the cat box. And then, well, before that, I went on errands with my father. I mean, and I was hungry. I mean, I ate. I was actually hungry on my own. And I didn't need, like, you know, my friend that stays with me back in Denver usually would have to say during my depression, you need to eat. You need to eat. You need to eat. You need to eat. You're going to eat. You're going to eat. You're going to eat. You're going to eat. And I'd have to make myself eat. And I was like, who is this person? I love food. What the heck, you know? So she's back. And I actually initiated. I said, could we go to the diner? My dad said, it's 4 o'clock. I said, well, I'm hungry. Like a normal I'm hungry like a normal person. So we went to the diner. I ate. And then we came home. And oh my God, this is going to take a fall. Oh, pardon me, Cinderella. I took a walk on my own. What? I took a walk on my own. Now I've been gradually getting back into shape. Oh, I did forget to mention, please forgive me, my awesome, amazing chronic illness homegirls. What's up? I forgot, and homeboys too. I am also recovering with fibromyalgia. It's like a soft body connective tissue. I don't know, just know that your body hurts a lot, and it's autoimmune, and you get colds, yada yada. You hurt. That's a whole other video. So it's safe to say I'm co-occurring. But anyhow, I took a walk on my own today outside, and I was going to go for the mile. One thing I've learned with fibromyalgia is you don't want to push yourself in the beginning of an exercise routine. Exercise is great for fibromyalgia. However, like my psychiatrist tells me, for me, everything has got to start slow and low. Slow and low. That's been very, very helpful advice for me. So I walked 3/4 of a mile. It was fabulous. I swang on the swings. I'm actually very limber and athletic. And, you know, when I'm at my best in particular, and I actually hung upside down on the monkey bars and talked to a neighbor. I talked to another human being. What? Yes. I talked to another human being with no fear, no self-consciousness, just human contact. And it was, oh, please, I have to lift my arms. Let me get some help here. It was glory, hallelujah. Hold on. Amazing. So perhaps I'll keep this pose. I'm an actress after all. God, I have one shoe. That's a whole other story. Okay, that's my one shoe. Anyways, God, I'm beautiful. I am gorgeous. Okay, so anyways, I exercised. What else did I do? Oh, this is my 3rd video of the day. Oh, second video of the day. What? And this is crazy. This is the craziest. I came home, I did my walk, and then I was hungry again. Like 2 meals in a day. Who does that? Not me. Not me when I'm depressed. I actually had to ask my dad if we could order a pizza. And I ate it, and I'm probably going to eat more later. Maybe my body's hungry from exercising, and I feel better, and I want to eat. I want to live. I want to live and thrive and be a part of this world. And now my body and mind are actually acting like they want to too, and it's so fabulous. Turn and twist and dance and turn and twist and show off my dress, and I am so, so happy. So, let's see, I did the videos. Oh, I already mentioned the cat box. But for me, in my depression recovery, you know, you figure I don't know, did I say 6 months in? This is huge, as people say where I come from in New York. huge. So I'm so happy, and I just want to share this because these may be, these are things that quote unquote normal people, or as Dr. Fred Fries says, chronically normal people. He is a doctor with schizophrenia. Notice how I didn't call him a schizophrenic, because that's actually not respectful. I learned that when I worked for NAMI, National Alliance on Mental Illness. It's called person first language, which may sound really PC and shit, but it's actually respect for people who've been through hell and oppression and just want to be treated like human beings, like the rest of us, and known for our gifts, talents, and skills, and have our illness acknowledged and honored, but certainly not have it define us. It's tricky. It's okay. It takes a while learning the ropes. It's okay. But anyhow, Dr. Fred Fries, a doctor, I'm not sure a doctor of what, but with schizophrenia, I've seen him speak live, and he refers to people who who do not live with mental health issues as chronically normal. Chronically normal. So to a chronically normal person, this may be, small change. I mean, this is basic stuff, whatever you do it every day. But when you're recovering with depression, that these dems are big apples. These are big, big, big milestones. Because I'm beginning to recognize myself again. And I look at her and I say, Elizabeth, you, my darling, are beautiful beyond violet words. Anyhow, I digress. So, it looks like the fairy has some words. It's going to take a little work to get the both of us in here, but I'm an actress, I can do anything. Here comes the fairy, look out. Do, 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 please stand by. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Sparkle, sparkle, Swan Lake Fairy. Oh, Elizabeth, it's a double scene. Oh, God, I've fallen. This is so much work. It's okay. It's okay. You're still recovering. It's gonna take time to, stand tall. Stand tall. That takes time. Let's see if we can do this. I think oh, goodness, this is just a mess. This is a mess. Don't ruin my whole video, please. Oh, well, the one thing I wanted to say, Elizabeth, is you might want to be careful, because maybe you could be hypomanic since you're bipolar. Maybe you're just hypomanic. You know what? Go fuck yourself, bitch. Oh, Lord. Oh, God, I didn't. Pardon me, that was some of the Virginia Woolf coming out in me. Oh, that was quite the role I had to live through. I am so sorry, dear fairy. I just, my psychiatrist has also given me the advice to really work not on pathologizing myself. And I've so enjoyed my day, and I do not feel there's any need to be concerned for hypomania. I've slept, I've been well. Okay, I'm a little hyper, but so far, so good. And it looks just like happiness to me. And I'm sorry for my outburst. I do apologize. I get a little sensitive when it comes to this topic. Oh, sorry, hon. I didn't mean to knock you over. My necklace is totally crooked. I was just a little concerned, and maybe I didn't express that in the right way, because I understand that you got kind of defensive. So, my family member suffers with bipolar type 1. I understand you're type 2, which is more towards the depression side as opposed to the mania side. So, please do accept my apologies with a kiss. Carry on now. Okay. Well, that went well. Overall, we got through it. We made up. I apologized. We do make mistakes after all. But I'll tell you what, it's not going to ruin this broad's wonderful day. Now, off to go, probably eat some more pizza. Don't worry, I'm not overeating. Eating like a normal person, finally. And perhaps to work on some lyrics, although I must say it is getting towards that time. Medication time! Medication time! That's Nurse Ratched from the infamous One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And as I've said, the medical model I understand for my fellow psychiatric survivors and activists, the medical model is not for everyone. but that is another video into itself. I hope you enjoyed your time with the lady, Elizabeth Taylor. We love her so much. She is darling. And here's to many, 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 many good, wonderful days, months, and years ahead for you. And if only for a few moments, to give you hope. Bless you all who are dealing with this. Mwah. Another kiss for me.